The word apocalypse comes from the Greek word apokalypsis, which means revealing, disclosure, to take off the cover. The book of Revelation is sometimes referred to as the Apocalypse of John because it is God's revealing of the end times to the Apostle John. Further, the Greek word for apocalypse is the very first word in the Greek text of the book of Revelation. The phrase apocalyptic literature is used to describe the use of symbols, images, and numbers to depict future events. Outside of Revelation, examples of apocalyptic literature in the Bible are Daniel chapters 7 to 12, Isaiah chapters 24 to 27, Ezekiel chapters 37 to 41, and Zechariah chapters 9 to 12. Why was apocalyptic literature written with such symbolism and imagery? The apocalyptic books were written when it was more prudent to disguise the message in images and symbolism than to give the message in plain language. Further, the symbolism created an element of mystery about details of time and place. The purpose of such symbolism, however, was not to cause confusion, but rather to instruct and encourage followers of God in difficult times. Beyond the specifically biblical meaning, the term apocalypse is often used to refer to the end times in general, or to the last end times events specifically. End times events such as the second coming of Christ and the Battle of Armageddon are sometimes referred to as the apocalypse. The apocalypse will be the ultimate revealing of God, His wrath, His justice, and, ultimately, His love. Jesus Christ is the supreme apocalypse of God, as He revealed God to us, John 14:9, Hebrews 1:2. What does the Bible say about the end of the world? The event usually referred to as the end of the world, eschaton, is described in 2 Peter 3:10, the heavens will disappear with a roar, the elements will be destroyed by fire, and the earth and everything in it will be laid bare. This is the culmination of a series of events called the Day of the Lord, the time when God will intervene in human history for the purpose of judgment. At that time, all that God has created, the heavens and the earth, Genesis 1:1, He will destroy. The timing of this event, according to most Bible scholars, is at the end of the 1,000-year period called the millennium. During these 1,000 years, Christ will reign on earth as King in Jerusalem, sitting on the throne of David, Luke 1:32-33, and ruling in peace but with a rod of iron, Revelation 19:15. At the end of the 1,000 years, Satan will be released, defeated again, and then cast into the lake of fire, Revelation 27:10. Then, after a final judgment by God, the end of the world described in 2 Peter 3:10 occurs. The Bible tells us several things about this event. First, it will be cataclysmic in scope. The heavens refers to the physical universe, the stars, planets, and galaxies, which will be consumed by some kind of tremendous explosion, possibly a nuclear or atomic reaction that will consume and obliterate all matter as we know it. All the elements that make up the universe will be melted in the fervent heat, 2 Peter 3:12. This will also be a noisy event, described in different Bible versions as a roar, NIV, a great noise, KJV, a loud noise, CV, and a thunderous crash, AMP. There will be no doubt as to what is happening. Everyone will see and hear it because we are also told that the earth and everything in it will be laid bare. Then God will create a new heaven and a new earth, Revelation 21:1, which will include the New Jerusalem, v2, the capital city of heaven, a place of perfect holiness, which will come down from heaven to the new earth. This is the city where the saints, those whose names were written in the Lamb's Book of Life, Revelation 13:8, will live forever. Peter refers to this new creation as the home of righteousness, 2 Peter 3:13. Perhaps the most important part of Peter's description of that day is his question in verses 11 to 12, since everything will be destroyed in this way, what kind of people ought you to be? You ought to live holy and godly lives as you look forward to the day of God and speed its coming. Christians know what is going to happen, and we should live in a way that reflects that understanding. This life is passing away, and our focus should be on the new heavens and earth to come. Our holy and godly lives should be a testimony to those who do not know the Savior, and we should tell others about him so they can escape the terrible fate that awaits those who reject him. We wait in eager anticipation for God's Son from heaven, whom he raised from the dead, even Jesus who delivers us from the wrath to come. 1 Thessalonians 1:10.